Hi, my beautiful butterflies. It is July 31st. It is the last day of the month. Oh my good golly. I cannot believe that it is already the end of July. I mean, we're now 7/12 of the way through the year. How can it already be in this? I mean, we're in the second half of the year. Holy cajolies. I apologize for being MIA. I've been dealing with a lot of mental and health issues the last couple week or two. Um, just more so health wise, just my allergies. I ended up going into the eye doctor Monday. No, was it Monday? No, it wasn't Monday. Maybe it was Monday. I don't remember, guys. I don't remember what day. Um, anyways, found out my eye issue that I've been having with all of the gunk inside. And don't worry, my hands are clean, guys. But the gunk inside of my eyes is not allergies. It's actually like I have a mild infection. So I'm waiting. I got prescriptions. One out of two is ready. The second one, which is actually, I believe, the actual antibiotic one, um, is not ready. Uh, there's issues with how the doctor wrote it. So right now, I've already called the doctor to have them talk to the pharmacy and get clarification and get that order done up. Although I'm going to have to keep an eye on the webpage because for some reason I wasn't even notified by text message, even though I'm signed up for text messaging, that the first one was ready. So I've got a little bit of beef with the pharmacy right now. Um, so I've been doing that. I've had other issues. I had to go in for my annual wellness exam um, recently. So that kind of threw off my time. This whole week, I have not worked a single day. I tried to work yesterday, wasn't working. As you guys can probably tell, I have gotten sunburnt. Um, it doesn't hurt. This is now just a tan, and like my whole arm actually here has been a tan for a while. I do have a CGM on. That's been one of the other health issues that I have had to go deal with, and I'm getting frustrated with it. Um, I've had a CGM before, but this one, for some reason, it's not reading correctly. So when I take my blood sugars in the morning, it's off. So I log my blood sugars into the app. I've tried to calibrate it, but it will not calibrate. And then yesterday, so I tried to work yesterday, wasn't getting any orders. So I had heard that there was the Thurston County Fair going on, and yesterday was Dollar Day. So if you brought a canned food item, you only got in for $1. However, here's the trick: you have to pay for parking. I didn't know that. So I paid for parking. I spent a lot of money yesterday. Um, some of the things that I spent money on. Now, granted, I did go with my boyfriend, um, but I paid for, like, I got there first, so I had to pay for my parking and whatnot. Um, and then I paid for our entry. I even brought the canned food items. I went and got some canned food items because I was already away from the house. And I was not going to drive all the way back to the house just to get some canned food items. So I went to the Dollar Tree and got two of those little Vienna sausages for 89 cents a piece. So I did use some of my food benefit money, but that's okay. It's going to help others because it was like a food drive. Anyways, He told me right off the bat, no rides. He doesn't do rides. I was like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. We don't have to do rides. We can just walk around. And that's what we did. I hit my 8,000 step goal while we were there. That is how much walking I done yesterday, just mostly in at the fair. And granted, we didn't even like get into the fair until like 3 o'clock or something like that. Um, but anyways, I bought this corn dog meal deal or whatever. It came with a corn dog, fries, and a drink. The fries were too salty. The corn dog, I had to get the packets of ketchup and mustard just to eat my corn dog and my fries. They filled my soda bottle or my drink bottle with a ton of ice. Like I was actually surprised at how much ice there was in there. So much so that when I finished my soda, I went to the nearest bathroom because for some reason around there was no like water fountains. So I went into the bathroom and just filled my cup up with water. Because a bottle of water there everywhere, the cheapest was $2. I wasn't going to pay. I mean, I did end up paying $2 for a bottle of water, but I got some shaved ice. That was $9.90 because I had to pay tax on it. That was kind of weird. Because the first place that I got my corn dog at, I didn't have to pay tax. And then after I got the shaved ice, my boyfriend was kind of looking for some garlic fries, which we found, but he had spotted the elephant ear venue, and we went over there. He decided not to have it. Well, we were going to go walk because we hadn't found the garlic fries yet. So we were going to go walk around a little bit more. And I turned around and right behind us was garlic fries. So he went and got garlic fries. And while he was waiting to order and pay, I decided I wanted an elephant ear. That is like my kind of like tradition with fairs is I have to have an elephant ear. So I paid $13 for an elephant ear, which was not very good. Normally you use more of like the way I'm used to it is having more of like a Indian fry bread texture to it, really nice and fluffy. This was not fluffy. Like it had some air pockets in it, but like the bottom was really like, it was almost as if it was just a sheet of butter and cinnamon sugar on the bottom. And it was like just flaking off. I got to the point where I was just tearing it and then rolling it up and having it kind of like a churro or whatever. So it wasn't very good. We walked, like I said, we walked around. As we were getting ready to leave, we walked by the main stage and they were singing the national anthem. And right at the end, they let off a big boom. And it scared both of us. I mean, it was so loud. So loud. And so it was kind of like, whoa, okay, we're awake. Anyways, we ended up, like, right after that, we walked one time around where the rides were, just to get some more walking in. And then we left. I was kind of falling asleep on the way home, but that's because my blood sugar was so high. So the app only goes up to 400. It actually registered as 401. When I got home, I took my blood sugar. It was 416. And I know it's because of the elephant ear and then all of the junk food. But I was like, okay. So I came home and I immediately drink some tea, some sugar-free tea to basically water down the sugar levels in my system. And it worked. I got through it, got through the night. Today is 4 times Friday at Fred Meyer's. I really didn't have any clothes for me to work in. Like I said, this is a tank top, spaghetti strap. I have shorts on, but these shorts don't have pockets. So I don't like just going in this when I'm shopping. So I don't have any other tank tops right now. So I decided to stay home. Plus I had to get my shopping list together. So I'm writing my shopping list. I'm not sure how today's going to go with shopping. One of the things I have been doing is I have actually gotten most of my counter, so I have an island, and that island was full of dishes galore. Like, you could hardly set anything up there. I have most of that cleaned off now. Now I did just go through my refrigerator and I took out all of the food and containers that have like food I need to throw away. I did pull out I had 2 humongous jars of pickles. They're cucumber chips. And for some reason I have one that's unopened that was in the fridge when I know those can stay out. So I don't know what happened there, but I know it's unopened. You can tell by the top of the lid. So anyways, I took that one out. I'm letting it naturally come to room temperature on the counter since it's a little bit cooler instead of just putting it right into a cupboard, because I got to figure out when I'm going to put it in the cupboard. I need to go through my cupboards and reorganize them. I did go to the food bank on Tuesday evening. I tried to make sure I didn't get too much stuff. But I did get, I got another cucumber. I got some more celery and some more carrots, just as snacks. I've already used up the chicken that I had made previously. I've used it up. One of the times I used some of it in like a pastaroni dish, and then the rest of that bag that I had shredded up I used in my chicken teriyaki stir fry. Instead of using a can of chicken, I decided to use that because it was already in the fridge and thawed out. So I figured, I'm just going to throw that in there. And that way it saves my canned food that can last outside of the fridge and freezer. Yeah. That was my thinking for it. So I never made any of my chicken noodle soups or anything like that. But that's fine. I still have plenty enough time to do that. Plus, it's summertime. Who wants to have soup in the summer? Maybe at night for dinner, but I don't feel like cooking. And I just cleaned out I have a crock pot that I had a liner in, and I'm so thankful for that liner. That's what I used to cook the chicken in. And I just cleaned that out. It was stinky, but you know what? It needed to be done. I'm not looking forward to cleaning the dishes that have food in them because they're all moldy. So I'm probably going to find a mask to wear and when I dump those, I'm going to have to immediately put them outside. But here's the thing. Both of my outside canisters are full right now. So I have to try and get my mom's boyfriend to come and pick up the garbage. Because I don't think, unless I can take it in my car, I might be able to take some of it in my car, but my car weighs so much already and it's full of trash. And if I go out there, I kind of want to take recycling and garbage. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Um, what else was I gonna say? Oh, I had, um, I had an interview last week for a part-time position as a host cashier at the casino. So we'll see how that goes. I should be hearing back. If I don't hear back today, I'm gonna call Monday. So we'll see. Because I want to get back into doing the budgeting for you guys. Because right now my budgeting, like, I literally go day by day kind of as far as my budgeting goes, and I try and figure out, okay, well, I have this much money, so this is what I can spend today. And like, so right now I haven't worked all this week, but I get paid tomorrow through the ABD program. So I get my cash benefits through DSHS tomorrow. That's $450. That pretty much pays. I mean, that will take care of a lot of the first half of the month. It actually will take care of, I think, all of the month. I need to get back out my calendar and I need to update it because I actually got a new credit card in the mail that I've started using because I'm trying to rebuild my credit. And this one I got it because it has $1,000 limit. And I figured we'll have it just in case of an emergency, but I need to pay off what I've used on it so far, which is fine. I'll get that paid off so that I don't have to pay interest on it. Sorry guys, I keep feeling stuff and I need to clean up down below my desk. There's a lot of garbage down there. As you can see, I have cans over there. It's kind of stacked a little bit. I have been working on getting the house cleaned. I also, just as an update, I have an appointment with DSHS and a case manager so that I can have somebody to come in and help me, whether that be cleaning, cooking, whatever, just as a companion for a little while. I'm trying to get kind of a little bit of everything. Because there are days that I have really bad days where I can't hardly do anything. And so that's kind of what I'm hoping that they will go off of. We'll see. But anyways, guys, I'm going to finish doing my grocery list. Kind of show you what I have up here. So from Safeway, I have on here milk. Now I wrote this down because I'm actually going to go to Fred Meyer's first, but Fred Meyer's doesn't, like, they have milk on sale this week. It's their half gallons for $1.59 a gallon. So I wrote down Fred Meyer's, or excuse me, I wrote down Safeway's because that's cheaper than getting 2 half gallons at Fred Meyer's this week. So, but see, Fred Meyer sometimes has their gallons on sale, on markdown on another brand. So I'm going to see if they have that. And the last ones I've gotten were like $2.96, $2.94 for the markdowns. And so I wrote down Safeway's so that I can compare the price. But some other items I am getting possibly at Safeway are some clementines, and then they have their Taliente layers, the pints, some ice cream pints and sorbet pints. Those are 2 for $5 because today's $5 Friday for Safeway. And then they also have Chobani yogurts on sale, 10 for $10. If I buy 10, I get an extra $1 off. So we'll see if we're gonna do that or not. Sorry, guys. I also have on here some string cheese, Hot Pockets, some sliced cheese, because I'm getting low on sliced cheese. Some Welch's fruit snacks, some burritos, some Gatorade water. It's electrolyte water. And then also yogurt as well. But I'm gonna more than likely just get those anyways. But those are save $1 when you buy 5 or more. So I have that little note on there. So I don't know if you can read it, but this here, save $1 when you buy 5. I'm not gonna buy 5 of them. I don't have the room for 5 of the 4 cuts. That's 20 Chobanis. I don't have the room for that. Some other things. I started to write down a trail mix, but it says it's unavailable, so I'm gonna have to. I just wrote down like the one I wanted, said I'm unavailable, but I wrote down trail mix anyways because I'm gonna see what they have. And then diced hash browns, beef patties, hamburger buns is what I have. I have 2 hamburger buns and 2 beef patties. I need to get some bacon. I'm just going to be a general bacon list here. Because a lot of times I'll do price comparisons in the store on the fly. I don't need any other condiments because I just got some mayo recently. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to write down mayo just in case, but I don't think so because I think I have a full container of it right now. I have lettuce. Like I said, I have pickles. I have 2 humongous jars of them. I still have half of a thing of my broccoli stir fry, so I can still make another couple of dinners of my stir fry. But you have to use a can of chicken, which is fine. I have tons of cans of chickens and tuna fish. I'm gonna have to be on the lookout for the tuna helpers. I know those should be being on sale soon. I'm gonna look it up because I have it on I have Fred Meyer on my list right now. Oh, they have 3 for $5, right? Well, that's hamburger. Yeah, that's hamburger. Oh, well, they have tuna helper. Anyways, I'm not gonna look at it right now, but it looks like they have a 3 for $5 on the tuna helper this week. I don't know if I'm gonna do that because that doesn't quite make sense for me. And a lot of the times I can get them, they have them for like 99 cents or $1. So I think I'm gonna pass that this week, which is fine. Because once I go shopping today, I have to wait until the 13th for my food stamps to re-up. And then I'll get almost $300 worth. And I have just under $100 today. I have like $97 and some odd cents. So I'm still trying to spend as little as possible, but getting the most for my buck. Yeah, I think that's about it. I know I have to go get meds. That's kind of what I'm waiting for right now. I have laundry going, which it sounds like it's just about done and I can just about put it in the dryer. And when I get the message or that I see that my prescription is ready, then I'm going to head into town. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, guys, and do a few things because washer is done. All right, bye-bye, guys.